It just may be one of the most recognized paintings in the world. Every kid in America most likely saw a picture of it in their history textbook. One of two paintings of George Washington crossing the Delaware now hangs in Winona's Minnesota Marine Art Museum.
We unveiled 6 American masterpieces, all the way from the first one being a painting by J.B. Brown, a great American Impressionist painting of kids playing in the water by Potthast. One of the most prominent African-American artists named Henry Ossawa Tanner, and the grand finale being Emanuel Leutze's Washington crossing the Delaware, one of 2 of which are in existence. I think it's one of the most iconic images in American history. The piece is one of 2 that Leutze created. He made them simultaneously. He painted them in 1851. The larger of the 2 is the centerpiece of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's American collection. And this one has a wonderful history. It's been in private collections for most of its existence. But most recently it was on private collection. It was actually on loan to the White House. So it was in the West Wing of the White House, where it's been on display for the last 35 plus years. And it was sold to collecting partners that are working with the museum in our efforts to make it the centerpiece of the MMAM experience.
Mouse said this painting and a larger rendition hanging at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York were painted simultaneously. He said the painting offers 2 clues as to how they know this.
We know that it happened that way because of visible corrections. The artist made identical corrections to both works. The back brim of Washington's hat and the back end of the American flag both have artistic corrections that were made, and the larger version, which is at the Met, has those same corrections. But basically the painting at the Met is 21 feet wide. Whenever an artist would work to that scale, you can imagine it would be advantageous to work on a more human scale, so you can see your total composition much more easily. So he created 2 nearly identical works simultaneously for that reason. One of the reasons that we love this painting so much is because it's become, to a degree, it's become a symbol of patriotism, but also it really represents this new immigrant nation that is the United States. So here we have obviously the first president of the United States, George Washington. He's the rock. He's this very resolute, determined figure here in the middle. Behind him we have James Monroe, who would be the 5th president of the United States. And then in this boat we have African American at the front of the boat here, who's to represent revolutionary symbol Prince Whipple. We have a Scottish immigrant alongside him. We have a woman in the back to show the importance that women played in the Revolution. We have frontiersmen. We have a gentleman in the back wearing Native American garb, and all of this is really to show these people coming together to form this country as we know it. Leutze painted it in Germany in the hopes that it would inspire German Revolution. So he's looking at a historical event that happened 70 plus years earlier in the United States, and in the middle of the 19th century he's painting these works to inspire a similar revolution in Germany, which I find fascinating, in part because George Washington, during the Revolutionary War, was actually, this is the pivotal moment, the turning point of the Revolutionary War, but it also represents George Washington on his way for a sneak attack on Hessians, which were actually Germans working for the British government. So there's a very interesting and complex reasons, I suppose, why he made this painting. Every painting has a story, and we're in a gallery of 40 wonderful stories. This one is of course rich with content. We love that it connects to school curricula, and we're April and May, we're about to see thousands of school kids come through the museum, and we couldn't be more excited to have this painting, but also the timing is just perfect for us.
For more information about the Minnesota Marine Art Museum and upcoming exhibits and programs, just go online at www.mmam.org.